Yo, I'm here. I'm with one of the illest.
You included.
Conceptionists of hip hop, right? I've known you for years.
Oh, you sit next to me.
And I've known you for years. We're like brothers, right? Like we know everything about each other, right?
Yeah.
We lived together. We fucking slept together.
Not intimately.
Right?
You know what I mean?
We ate together.
Word.
Not on no homosexual.
You ain't even gotta elaborate.
Nothing against homosexuality or nothing.
Yes, a lot against it. It'll lead humankind to its extinction.
No homo. Let's talk about that, yo.
Because if every man becomes gay, every girl becomes gay or homosexual, nobody will have kids, and mankind will be led to extinction. That's why it should never be permitted legally.
Plus
because
AIDS and all that, right? Like,
yeah, because if they can stop animals from being extinct, why would they allow us to go into a mental state that can lead us to extinction?
Alright, but right, I got this thought, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know me, you know I always been a fucking, like, almost a homophobe, right?
Yeah.
Especially being Ukrainian and all that.
Yeah.
So then I fucking, one day, right, I'm watching the Discovery Channel.
Yeah.
And it's literally showing two fucking lions of the same
sex
being intimate. Right?
I don't think that was natural. I think there was trickery involved.
Trickery involved in that? I thought about that too. So,
because how they just get that on film.
Right.
And then to where they promote it. We're gonna have two gay lions, like, you know what I'm saying?
Roar.
Real. All that's trickery. You know what I mean?
Yeah, media and shit. This was a long time ago, though.
For real.
Yo, I want to talk about. I want to talk about everything with you, man. Right. I want to talk about this shit right here. Is all about you.
Alright. That was about us.
Nah. But this in particular is all about you, right? Like, it would be so amazing if I'm part of this shit that this is the very first alpha interview. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it would just be an honor fucking one day, you know what I'm saying? Like,
likewise. It's an honor for me to be interviewed by you.
For real,
you know what I'm saying?
I couldn't, you know what I mean? Like, who else, right?
Smoke with you?
Oh, nah.
Oh, my fault. Fucking.
Word.
So let's talk about Alpha, man. Obviously, I know everything about you, but I want the whole world to know because I'm gonna say it again, and I'm gonna ask you specific questions, but I'm gonna say it again, and I want to get this shit on film that I will always stand by this, that this man is the greatest hip hop artist of all time.
Thank you.
One of the greatest musicians of all time, because the way he breaks down music and the knowledge of music and I mean, everybody's gonna see it with time, but I got to witness it, and like, you know, you a fucking music encyclopedia and shit, son.
All right, you just study life, son.
Yeah, he's an after all tired as
But most
road,
important, tell us how you met with your first love. How did you meet hip hop? How did you meet the pen? How did you meet the pen?
I was in Staten Island in Park Hill, where Wu-Tang is from, Killer Hill. And I was chilling. I was sitting down watching like Rap City or something, and Nas video came on. Coincidence, you know what I mean? It ain't hard to tell. And they call it imprinting in some books, like them Twilight books. Everything stopped. I felt like the world moved around me when I seen that, and I just got stuck. I didn't know I would end up rapping, but
time froze, right?
From there, yeah, time froze basically.
Go deeper into that moment, man. Like, I like detail and shit. We have all the time in the world, you know what I'm saying? And go deeper into that moment. I
felt like I connected. It's like Nas was my door into rap. Like, spiritually, if you believe.
What do you think clicked? Do you think, was it something in particular that was like, yo, this nigga's ill?
It's it's like John the Baptist. Like John the Baptist, how he led the way for Christ. I felt like Nas was leading the way for me. Because when I seen that video, everything stopped. It was almost like a torch was passed. Like, this is for you, you know what I mean? Or this is where you, I don't know, not this where you belong, but it's almost like, you know what I mean? Like, it's crazy, I can't explain it. It was spiritual, it wasn't physical, because there's nothing that I touched or anything, it's just what I saw, and then it's like the realm opened. It's like maybe spiritually I'm just a body. Like I feel like.
Well, so did Nas become your favorite artist of that? Like
no, he didn't even become my favorite rapper at the time because he was too complex for me to truly understand even then. I was a kid, what, 94?
So what was the first thing you did right after that fucking moment? That moment, that religious experience,
that
man.
epiphany.
Like,
that's the whole thing.
That epiphany.
It wasn't physical because I didn't turn around and say, oh, I want to be a rapper. I didn't even rap after that. You know what I'm saying?
So
I mean, my brothers.
It was something that attracted you to.
Yeah, but
rap.
I mean, I like music, but what I'm saying, even that didn't, like, I didn't go and become a rap fan after that. That's what I'm trying to say. It wasn't nothing physically related to music. What happened was spiritual. You know what I'm saying? Word up. It's like you meeting your first love and you see her and you get stuck. You don't know it's your first love, but you know there's a connection there.
I'm kind of interested. What kind of music you talking about before hip-hop? Like you saying?
What I listened to before rap? Honestly, my uncle from Liberia, my favorite song was I Want to Be Rich. It's some 80s song we used to just play on a cassette over and over.
By who?
I don't even know the dude's name, but it's dope.
So what was the age you left Liberia?
You
was 7?
No, I left Liberia.
You figure it out where you at. You guess where the fuck you at. There's a reason why I do that. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end, when all of this shit comes together and we have, we up there and there's 1,000 videos or so. The point is that the whole world's gonna see that we're not that much different from each other. Because you know what I'm saying? We're planning to travel, be everywhere. We're gonna be recording.
Sure. I'm getting that for sure.
So back to music. So you like that song. So you like that song Get Rich, right? But
I Want to Be Rich. I was a kid. It's the beat and everything. Everyone knows that song if they hear it.
Did you listen to Michael Jackson and all that?
Yeah. Like when I was in the embryo, my mom owned this big club in Liberia called Black Sugar. And it's like the year I was in the embryo is like she was like running the club, and every day, even till her labor, my mom was in the club. So all my years, the 9 months in her stomach, I was in a club, and my uncle would send her all the newest hits from America. So she had all the latest hits, Michael Jackson, and it was 83, Thriller just dropped, Madonna, all of them. So I was in the embryo during the year, probably the biggest year in music, and I was in the stomach bumping it. And the day my mom had me, she went to the hospital, had me, got up and went back to the club. Straight up, like left, you know what I mean? Like, word. So it's like, I think I was born to make music. 9 months, I was in a club, you know what I mean, in the stomach. And I don't even like to go to clubs. You know what I mean? I just like doing music.
You were born with a rhythm, yo. It was a
perfect
rhythm,
way to say it.
A rhythm and a vibrance that was going on. And,
vibrating.
You know what I mean?
So I was formed by the vibrations of music, you know what I'm saying?
So back to hip hop, man.
Yeah.
Back to hip hop. So you heard Nas.
It ain't hard to tell.
It ain't hard to tell. 94, right? So how long after that till you know what I'm saying? Acknowledge yourself that like this is what I want to do. Like first time you picked up a pen.
I always wrote poems, but I mean, I was at my cousin crib, Ace, K1, you know what I mean? And we was chilling, and
shout out to Ace,
Bird, Chaotic. And we was chilling, and they was going to the studio, me, him, his big brother, L, Elements, and some other cat, Phil, down south dude. And when we got to Phil's crib where the studio was, Phil stopped, was like, I can't come in. And I'm like, why? He's like, because you don't rap. And I was foul because my cousins ain't even stick up for me. But then I was probably like 13, 12, 13. So when we bounced, now I have to be like 14. So when we bounced and we came, and I went back to the crib, as soon as I left them there, I walked to the house. As soon as I got in there, I'm like, what? And I picked up a pen and wrote around. You know what I mean?
You remember what it was?
Nah, but I spit it for them when they got back, and they was kind of shocked. Like,
So the first time you write,
it was like
16
a challenge
or whatever, when you're 13.
Yeah, 13, 14, something like that.
Was you feeling yourself like yourself?
Nah, never that. Cause I'm too insecure to be egotistic. You know what I mean? Like, and my insecurities ain't one based off people. Like, you can't make me insecure. My insecurities lie within themselves, because I know it's like it's a not impossible, but to be perfect is crazy. But I'm too much of a critic. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I critic something harshly, trust me, within myself, I'm critiquing myself harshly. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes me a disciplinarian. Word.
How much he's grown in hip hop?
Well, ask him, man.
How much have you grown, like, into the phase of hip hop, like now, and like when you first got interested and caught your attention? How have you grown? Like, what opened up? What doors did you see it opening up for you? Like,
well, doors. I mean, materially, I've chilled with.
Intellectually, like.
Oh, intellectually.
Yeah.
It's allowed me to obstruct the norm. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I say that, I mean, like, I listen to rap and I critic it so much that I'll write a dope rhyme and I'll be like, no, it has to be more than this. It's too simple to just get paper and scribe what you think, especially if you're a deep thinker. Like, but even within depth, I always look for more depth. So it's like, that's not it for
me. To the point of simplicity.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's the key. I realized complexity only ends in simplicity.
So you're saying what drives you is you squeeze the juice out the berry, and that's not enough, so you take the seed, you plant it, and you want more berries.
Perfectly.
Right?
Exactly. Create something new.
Yeah.
Basically, to take what's there and create something new.
Go deeper into that process, man. The process of writing, man. Talk about how do you fuck around with the...
When I write,
with
honestly,
the bars, with the lines, with the verses, with the fucking delivery, you know what I'm saying? Like, do you rely more on fucking just your intuition and what you're feeling precisely at that moment, or do you sit there and break it down? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, most MCs nowadays, is especially battle rappers and shit, like, you gotta think about it. They literally sit there and fucking write it for like 5-6 months. Like really,
lyrical scientists and shit.
You know what I mean? Going on fucking Google and looking for shit and taking like literally. And for me, it's like, you know what I mean? It's ill, but it takes a lot away from the artistry, from that sudden moment. You know what I mean? So what do you like?
It's basically, it's like a painting of a city rather than a drawing of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, in a drawing with a pencil, you could detail it, but a painting, being that you have a paintbrush and you have to create strokes, it creates a whole different element of art. So visually, I'm painting, I'm not writing, you know what I mean? So in my mind, writing is too mathematic and calculated. I'd rather like paint, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. So go deeper.
That's more of a passion for you. You're saying the paint is like thicker, it's more texture, it's more
layered strokes, you know what I mean? It's like calligraphy.
Yeah.
I'd rather write calligraphy than write in cursive.
Wow.
You know what
What do you think about artists using like ghostwriters and shit? Like that shit happened with Drake and everybody.
I don't think no rapper should have a ghostwriter. And not saying artists and musicians, but no rapper. You know what I'm saying? That's like a boxer being allowed to throw a low blow. To hit another boxer in the balls, like, that's against the art. Boxing is like skills, you know what I mean? So a ghostwriter is like a low blow.
But what if it's a project, right? A collective project of some individuals. Like, I always go back to I just found out Andy Warhol, right? Like the most, I guess you could say, the best contemporary artist and shit.
True.
It turns out that he didn't even paint himself. He would
That's fraud.
He would hire people, right? 5, 6, 7 people, and he would tell them the way he wants
and
it.
He put his name on it.
And and you know what I mean? And he would direct them, but he wouldn't do it himself. What do you think about
that's
that?
against artistic integrity. Because honestly, if I'm writing a song, or even if we're doing a song together, and somebody thinks of the bridge or the hook, I can't say it. That's just me. I can't say, I don't even feel right saying it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? That's like me wearing a shirt that's too small. You know, I can't, or too big for me. I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? I've written hooks or bridges for other people, but personally, like, because my words don't come from thought, they come from my soul. You feel me? So for somebody to give me something to say, I don't believe that. I'm a visionary as well as a revolutionary, and I'm an orator.
But in the beginning, you did say that there's a difference if a singer or a rapper uses.
A singer,
so.
somebody could be able to sing. Justin Bieber, you have a beautiful voice. That is different if somebody gives them lyrics to sing, because then that's like having a car and a key. Right. Like Bieber's the car, the writer's the key. You feel me? That's different. But if I was a singer, I wouldn't sing things other people write. That's because I'm an artist to the core. Like, I'm a poet. I don't know. Like it's plagiarism.
You love the process.
Yes,
bro. Right?
It's
like
plagiarism. Yes. I can't do it. If you're an artist, like not a performer, because a performer can take other people's words and then use it. I'm not a performer. I don't even believe in concerts. You know what I'm saying? And I have my reasons for that. I believe concerts, they build ego. I feel when you create your masterpiece, somebody should buy the CD, and when they hear it, that's a performance. But to go on stage every day, I feel like it's fame driven. You know what I mean?
I see your angle with that. I like that.
Right.
I like that. That's like,
I thought about that too.
That's like fucking syrup on the waffle. Like,
right. Word. You already got the waffle. It's like you're famous. Say you dropped the illest album ever. Right. The beauty of it is people buy it. But then for me to go out 300 nights a week so people could come see me perform it, I could see performances here and there, like maybe 4 or 5 times a month. Because then it keeps you, what's the word, like, it keeps you based. You know what I mean? It keeps it pure. It's about quantity, not quality.
I was gonna ask, what about like always putting out material, like constantly, all the time?
I think you could do that if you're always creating. If you're just doing it to get known, that's different.
But don't you think it would, like, you know what I'm saying, like people would get tired of it, you know what I'm saying, quick?
I think it depends.
Because it goes back to what you were talking about, right? Like, the fans craving for that artist to, like, come back, craving for him to drop that, you know what I mean? Like, and he's not, or you got artists like Future. And you hear him everywhere, you see him everywhere. It's like, you know what I mean?
No doubt. I think, all right, check it. I think, all right, there's a point where you should create a lot and put it out a lot. And that's the point where you're in practice mode. Like, I feel like when you're doing your album, there's no way you could write every day for your album, because your album isn't a thought, it's an experience. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if you write an album, like say you drop an album and the next album drops next year, your next album should be experiences, you know what I'm saying? Even from longer than last year or within it, you know what I'm saying? But it shouldn't just be your thoughts and what you've been thinking this year. It should be what you've been experiencing. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like if I'm in album mode, I'm just soaking up inspiration. But mixtape mode is practice.
Well, what's your process for, like, writing an album? How long does it usually take you to write an album? Narcotic, how long did it take you, bro?
It took long only because some lyrics were written before I even thought of the mixtape. Feel me? So, like, I have an album right now in the back cave. Been working on it since 2010? No, since 2011, 2012, like 4 or 5 years now.
So how do you do it? Like,
you know what I mean?
You will go and record just for that album, or you'll pick songs later, you know what I'm saying, and put together an album?
No, if I know I'm recording for the album, like, I know what songs I might want on the album, and I'll go record that. But within that time, I may record something I don't want on the album, just because I like it, but I know it's not for the album. Like, you see, like, it's not, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not in the position to set dates on when the album could drop or when it couldn't. You know what I mean? And that's just preparation. It's easy to say, all right, we're going to create an album within a year. I could do that, you know what I'm saying? That's nothing. Word up. But then within that process, there's gonna be an album I'm making under that's special and it's gonna take longer. You know what I'm saying?
I want to ask
it's
you
like
this.
appetizers and the main entree.
So for the full potential, you want that longevity for your creation. Like you wanna sit and you wanna really like
build.
Wait for the moment when you feel like you're at that level and get it down, get it in.
That's there. That's for that album, that special album. You know what I'm saying? Because all right, as the art for each album, the art and the expertise will be there. The lyrics, the thoughts, concept, beats. You know what I'm saying? The vibe for that album will be there. But then there's always the special album. There's always the chosen album where that is not from you. That's from nature. You know what I mean? Like from God, straight up. But then there's the other albums and mixtapes where it's just you performing. Where, you know what I mean? You exhibiting your talent. But then there's the ones that you don't even control. The rhyme might come to you while you're taking the shit. You know what I'm saying? Word. Heard up. That's the moments I wait for. The ones that come without me provoking it. Just like, it just come. Those are the ones that you just save for that, like, that special project. And I feel what Riz has been doing, like with that Wu album, how he made it a masterpiece. That's what I want to say for that, you know what I mean? What up?
Yeah, I want to ask you something real bad, yo.
What up?
Like the first time, right, that you realized that you want to do this, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? You want to be an MC. What was your inspiration, man? Why, like, you see where I'm going? Like, can you really go back and tell me, like, at that moment, like, why did you want to do it? Like, did you want to do it? Was it fame? Was it fucking the money? Was it the girls? Was it, like, at that moment?
Something you were born into, you felt?
Actually,
your pay?
I think I just had that moment recently. Because to me, that's not to me coming to this point, it hasn't been a career choice or, like, you know what I mean, a hobby. Because I'm realizing that that's who I am. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't go to school and get a trade. I didn't just try to be a rapper and blow up. You know what I'm saying? This is who I am. Like, I'm an MC. I'm a poet. You know what I'm saying? I'm a musician. It's who I am. My whole life shows it. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I could try to quit rap and go to school. I can't even function.